Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
everybody.
So, welcome to my live streaming with
Me.
Frank Tate. So, our subject for today is about language barrier and is my foreign husband good to me? That's a question. So, welcome to our show, especially Nana Foodies. Thank you for time. So, this is from So we just wait for a few seconds, waiting for our viewers.
Yes.
So this is very interesting discussion with my husband Frank because we have different cultures and also I'm gonna tell later how he treated me as a as a wife, best friend, or what.
And one of the main things is understanding language,
Yeah.
because we both have different accents.
Mhm.
But those of you who are Filipino
Yeah.
would say he doesn't have an accent. But those that are from the West would say I don't have an accent.
So okay. Hello, Double Steve. Thank you for coming.
Hey, how's it going, Steve?
So I hope that somebody will come in our live streaming. So we just wait for a few seconds.
Before we really get going.
Yeah, because I need also to know what viewers' opinion and questions. So yeah, so I have some hints about the subject that we're gonna talk later.
And then I hope we get more people because that'll make me feel uncomfortable if we don't.
Yeah. Okay. Two. Who is that? So okay. Oh, one. He refused to come in. So yeah. Okay. So I think we're gonna start. So
So,
our main subject is about the language. So
well, a lot of times when my wife is talking to me, I will have to ask her to stop and say something again because I didn't understand exactly what she said. And to me, whatever she says is very important, and I always want to understand. I know that a lot of men, they don't listen to their wife, so they wish that they didn't understand what she was saying. But I like to know exactly what my wife is saying, so that if she comes back to me and asks me a question about something, I'll be able I'll be able to give her a correct answer.
because here's the funny thing. Some Filipino English that we usually use, when I ask him, the meaning is different from American English, so it's quite confusing because this is what I mean, but we hear that the meaning is different, so it's gonna confused, confused.
Yeah. And then I also had to pull back on my vocabulary because a lot of words that I'm using in my business life are words that a lot of Filipinos may not even know what those words are. A lot of Americans, and so they would need a dictionary to be able to understand what I'm talking about. So I know I had to level it down the same way that I had to do when I was at work. I used to have to deal with all types of people. So I had to be able to be on different levels when it came to holding interviews with people.
Yeah, because after we got married, so there's the adjustment, of the language. There's the adjustment because Frank told me that in English, the accent is, and some Filipino pronunciation is not same as American pronunciation, so it's kind of it's a kind of hard. It takes long him to adjust about the pronunciation because like the sounds here in Filipino alphabet, the sounds of A, we sound that ah, and for American the sounds eh. So it's really kind of confusing.
Yeah, just like sometimes we would be going to take care of business at the government, and they would be calling my last name, and I would just sit there because I didn't know that that was supposed to be me. They would say Tati,
Yeah.
and I had no idea that they were calling me. And my name is Tate, not Tati.
Yeah, but because okay, here's the funny story. Remember we went to LTO, that's the DMV. So Frank need to Philippine driver's license. So we went there in the main office, and then before we go to the line for for processing of uh, American driver license convert to Filipino driver's license, he has to go to physical examination. Okay, so we went to the other side of the building, and then the secretary told me that no, it's okay, I can stay outside. So just only practice, just a quick examination. And then a few seconds in, the secretary came out and told me that is your husband can speak English. And then what? He's American. Of course he is. Oh my goodness. I went there because, I have, because I'm the interpreter. So I went there and then, the doctor asked a question. And then, when I read the question, it's the same. The funny thing is, they don't understand French English because, the accent is really different than the Filipino accent. So it's just like, it always reminds me of what happened, when we Frank applied for his Philippine driver's license. Because it's so funny. They're gonna ask me if my husband can speak English. Of course he is, because he's American. So that's the funny thing. Okay, so Filipina Charmsky, thank you for coming. I'm really appreciate that, guys. So, any of you, if you want to have a question, feel free to ask. Okay. So that's the funny moment that we went to LTO.
And then some of the questions that they were asking me because I didn't understand their accent. I didn't know what word they were saying, so that's why they thought I couldn't speak English. But it's their accent.
So the doctor told me, okay, because they don't really understand. So I told from, it's the same, the question that he read before he go inside, the clinic. So the funny thing is, it's that's, but now I already adjust his accent. But from the first year, oh, I have to, I have to adjust and remember, the words that he used when he asked me. So,
Yeah, because a lot of the words that I would be using, she thought it was I was using slang, and it's not slang. It's words in the English language, but it's just a lot of words that a lot of people don't use. So therefore, I had to cut back and speak more plainly in what I was saying and really describe uh, what it was that I was trying to get across.
yeah, because if we went to the mall, Filipino, especially the sales lady, the bagger, always took Tagalog to him because they think it's Frank is a Filipino. They talk Tagalog, and then Frank told, "Oh, I don't speak Tagalog." That's the time that oh my God, I can see on the reaction that, oh, here we go, are we gonna nosebleed for this American American men? So, uh,
Yeah, a lot of times, like when guards will give me instructions, but I know what they're saying. I don't understand the language, but by the way that they're looking and the way that they're pointing, I know that they're telling me to go in a certain direction or whatever like that, and I just do it. And then they think that I can speak Tagalog because I did what they said. So
so the problem here, especially if you go to the bank, so you know I have to translate because they cannot really get the accent of Frank. So I have to translate my Frank's American English to my my Tagalog accent, so they understand if I'm gonna
because
translate.
a lot of times they would just start talking to her. I'm sitting in front of them, I'm making the transaction, and they'll just start talking to her. Now, I do know that if you work in the bank, you should be able to speak English. So I have to tell them, hold on, wait a minute. This is my money. Talk to me. Okay, you can speak English, talk to me. So, what's that question?
No,
Uh,
it's like
Yeah. So uh, that's one of the problems where people will want to just speak to her instead of speaking to me. And my macho thing is, I'm the man. Okay, you can speak English, talk to me, and then if I don't understand, I'll have her to tell me what you see.
oh yeah, yeah. Bring tissue. Nosebleed nail. So that's the problem when it comes, for transaction because they don't really get the accent. So most of the time, I'm the interpreter of Mr.
And then
Francis.
sometimes we'll have a problem as to where whoever we're dealing with, they will say something that is unacceptable to me when it comes to business. And she might be willing to let it go, but I won't. And I'll let them know that this is unacceptable. Let me speak to your manager, your boss, or whatever like that, especially at the bank. The way that they tried to treat us when we were first opening up bank accounts and stuff like that. And they would come up with stuff that was unreasonable and asking for things that didn't matter. Um, just crazy stuff to me. So I had to speak to boss to
Okay,
get things
let
done.
me read this what the boss did comment. Okay. Like once I called my ex-wife and I asked if we need anything. She said no. I we are out of so she said it's okay. I got the shampoo with extra body. But the extra body applies to the fluffy hair, not body wash. That's that's funny. This.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing, the pronunciation sometimes where somebody might say soap and it sounds like soup.
Yeah, that's also uh, I I I admit that. Okay, so that's that's our first topic. The language barrier. So we just discussed about our experience to deal with it. But now I already adjust, Frank
I've
accent,
adjusted.
and vice versa. He already adjust my
Because her
Filipino
English,
accent.
she speaks English very well. And the majority of things I understand what she's saying, except when she starts trying to talk fast and then her pronunciations are not clear. And that's when I'll have to say, hold on, sweetheart, what did you say?
Yeah. So now let's go to our next subject is culture. So I really want to know, Frank, about the Black American culture because here in the Philippines we have a lot of Filipino culture and values. So you want me to go first or you first?
Well, I could go.
Okay.
Um, One thing that I noticed, because I had been traveling here for years before I met my wife, before I met that. And so I learned a bunch of things from my different visits back and forth. Um, Filipinos are a whole lot like black people. That's one thing that I started to catch on to. That we have a lot of similarities, in the way that we do things.
Okay, let me read uh, the comment of Duval. If she would drive here like in the Philippines, she found out we cannot do that with getting tickets.
Yes.
Yeah, so okay, for Filipino charms, I think maybe personal. When I talk to Mr. Frank, I get nosebleed. Okay, excuse me. Oh, her license was suspended. Okay, so welcome, Raymond. Thank you for coming, Raymond.
Hello,
So,
Raymond.
if you have question, Raymond, you can feel free to ask. So we would love to answer that.
Let me
Okay,
Now, one of the things that I really had to get used to, being that you brought up driving, was driving here and riding the motorcycle. Okay, um, you guys are a little crazy here. The way that y'all ride motorcycles, I will ride three in a row. You won't ride staggered, and also that another motorcycle will have room just in case something goes wrong. And it's like being in a race or something like that. Everybody is in a hurry to get nowhere fast. And so that was something that I really had to get used to because I really used to get mad and I would be cursing all the time, and I had to slow down and just understand when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So I started riding crazy too.
Eh, but sometimes I just hold on his back. Because I'm quite nervous, when I when I saw some Filipino riders. They don't really care. Okay, they don't really care. So I just tell to my husband that, calm down. Okay. Just focus on your driving. Okay,
Yeah,
but
because well, one of the things is in the states, when you're on a motorcycle, the lane belongs to you. You know, car can't pull up on side of you. Another motorcycle is not supposed to pull up on your side. And so I was riding in the beginning with these same principles, and no one else was doing it. And I was getting frustrated because I was like, do you understand? If something goes wrong, we'll end up having a big crash. But it seems like the rules of the road here are something that people just use some.
because here's the problem. When I go to driving lessons, so I learn a lot of the rules of the road. But I can say that most of Filipino drivers here, they don't follow the rules of the road. Because like Frank said about riding on the motorcycle, they cannot. What do you call that, Frank? That there's a distance like that.
Yeah, where you're supposed to ride staggered, not
Yeah.
side by side
But
in
here,
one lane.
but here in the Philippines, guys, in one lane there's a four four riders on a row.
Yeah,
So if something happened to the first rider, all the trees,
will fall over.
yeah. So that's really crazy about Philippines. Hello, sis Margie. Thank you for coming. So yeah, that's the main thing that for those foreign people here, be careful of this motor cycles rider because they're very scary.
And so I know if a Filipino comes to the United States and gets on a motorcycle and ride like that, they're going to get a bunch of tickets and probably will get beat up by someone.
Yeah. So that's why I told to Frank that my driving skills are gonna develop in the states because not the drivers there, they really follow the rules of the road because
A lot better
yeah,
than here. Not everybody follows them, but it's
the
a whole lot
the
better.
the price of ticket is not a joke. Okay, so they have to follow the rules of the road. So
Yeah, they have a lot of those $150, $250 tickets in Chicago.
what what happened to you? Why you have panuhot? Charmski. The panuhot is something cold on your body that it's sore. Oh, welcome, kickback. Come on, Sky Keyboard, stop. Don't embarrass us. My internet connection, you know. So thank you for coming, kickback in, girl. Thank you. So our next subject is I'm gonna discuss about Filipino cultures and values. So we Filipino are very happy. Hmm, what's wrong?
Okay, it's back.
Oh no, stop. So even though we're there's a typhoon But once Filipinos see if there's somebody taking a video, all the sadness will disappear because they have to say hi and smile. That's the Filipino culture in Baguio. And then we all know that Filipino is very hospitable when it comes to foreign people. That's the values that I always apply also if somebody came here. I'll just make sure that they're what do you call that?
Where you're being hospitable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Filipino culture, when it comes to that, the way that they always want to feed everybody, that reminds me of good old Southern hospitality in the United States. It's the same thing, the same way. No matter how much food they may have, when a visitor comes, they've got to feed them.
Yeah. The this is for those foreign people, this is what you notice, if, especially first time you came here in the Philippines, or Filipino family. They don't ask you how is the trip. The first thing that they gonna ask you, did you eat?
Yeah.
That's the first. Mark my word, guys. That's the first question that they're gonna ask. They don't care about your travel if you have a jet lag, but the first question that they're gonna ask you is, did you eat? So if you did not eat, it's common that they have they have to prepare for you. And then also we family oriented. So that's and what else? Here's the thing that I always do. Respect elderly. So here's the story that we have a neighbors here, but in other building that is same complex. So he is uh 70 plus. Okay, he's a Filipino doctor, and I think he has a kidney problem because I know I saw a catheter on him. So he was holding the container, just bring it to the water station, and then he has a hard time. You can tell that he has a hard time, to walk. And then I almost going to the water station. So I asked him, "Sir, would you mind? You want me to bring, you want me to bring the container to the water station?" And then he said, "Okay." So uh, I'm like that, because Frank knows that. So and then I just uh happy, to help elderly. I always give respect. I always give respect. Elderly.
And she loves to feed people. She will go in that kitchen, come up with a new concoction, and then she will take it out and give it to the guard to find out their opinion of what it is that she cooked.
Yeah, they love that. So, but here's the funny thing that I love sharing food with the guards here, because I really appreciate their hard work, especially for our safety. So I appreciate that from them. So if I have extra food, I give it to them. But sometimes I just cook for them, and when I need something, it's easy for them to please. So they really appreciate also, and we also hardworking. So that's why a lot of foreign countries they hire Filipino like in the medical field, engineers. So we have, they have to hire here in the Philippines for sending Filipino workers in their country.
Yeah,
So,
that was something that kind of amazed me about all of the overseas foreign workers here, because that's something that you don't see a lot of in the United States. People, we have people who go overseas to work, but it's not like it is here. And one of the things that kind of shocked me was that a lot of the women here will take jobs overseas, and the men will stay back, and the women will send their money uh, back to the country. And in the United States, um, women ain't sending their money back. That's not happening.
okay. Ganun. Steve and asked, do you eat bagoong? Yes, I love it. Even don't. Bagoong, just, shrimp paste.
Oh, yeah, I know something.
Yeah, but, I cook, Filipino charmski, the pinakbet. I love pinakbet. But, I have to remove, the ampalaya. Because, front doesn't like ampalaya. So,
Oh, that's nasty. I don't see how y'all could eat that.
yeah, he really doesn't like. So that's the vegetable that he really hates. So, and then Filipino also love siesta, siesta.
Yeah.
So me also I love siesta. And here's the Filipino tradition and culture. Every month or different cities we have fest or fiesta. And once there's a fiesta, lechon, the roasted pig, the whole pig. So we love lechon. But I already mentioned to you that we do lechon for cow or beef. It's
Yeah,
really good also.
because I thought that's good for just pork.
No, I try beef lechon is really good. It's just like a grilled steak.
Mm.
Good. But the roast beef or lechon baka, we call that lechon baka. It's quite expensive compared to the lechon or roasted pig. Because the one whole lechon baka worth is 25,000.
Mm. Uh, Something else that I noticed that is different between the United States and here is that when you have someone passing away um, in the family, uh, you guys have like a wait for what is it, like 7 days, 10 days,
40 days.
or
40
something.
days.
Now I'm talking about where everybody comes over. They keep
It
bringing
depends.
food.
It depends the family. 1 week, 10 days.
Yeah, something like that. And with us, we have the funeral, the wake, uh, and that's it. We don't keep coming to the house for a week or something like that. It's a one-time thing, and it's over with. That kind of stopped me when I found out that you guys did it a whole lot more days than we.
Yeah, because the main reason is waiting for the family. Especially some of the relatives abroad. They have to wait, and of course, making the all the the grape. It takes long, to dry.
Oh,
The grape.
yeah,
And okay, let me read. When my GF passed, her sister would make a plate of food for her every day for like a week.
yeah, yeah. And usually in the States, we don't usually do that.
Yeah, but it reminds me of my during the week of my father. 10 days.
Mm.
10 days. Oh, really? I miss. I wish that I could find best sibulation because I before I try sibulation I forgot the name of the store, but oh, so good. Really, I love it. That's why I mentioned to Frank that I wish I could have. But here in Manila, I want sibulation. Sibulation is the best for me. So, any question, guys? So, we really want to know about your question for us.
Something else that's different here. Street foods are different here than in the United States.
So, what's the difference in street food in the States?
Well, like you could get hot dogs, Polish sausages, um, the the pork, the
The
pork
pork
chop
chop.
sandwich, like that. In the Hispanic neighborhood, you'll find a lot of vendors will have the corn on the cob.
Yeah, that's common for Filipinos. They just live, bring luck, bring luck.
And then we have so many different cultures, especially in Chicago. During the summertime, um, you may have the Polish may have a festival, and you can go to their festival, and blood sausage, and all kinds of different stuff that they make in Poland. You could go to the Filipino community. They will have day time when they do stuff. Blacks will have festivals, and then they'll bring out soul food. And you can come to that and check out the different food. And so that's a good thing about us having so many different cultures um, in the United States that you get a little taste of everybody's culture.
Okay, so Dugo Steve have a question for you.
Sure.
What did you do, Frank, the first time you seen spaghetti with hot dog in it?
What is this?
Tell me about your first time you go to McDonald's here, and what they serve.
Oh, when they had the little round packet on the plate, because I sat down to eat, and I'm wondering what is this in this paper packet, and I opened it up, and it was rice, and I was like, well, I think they gave me the wrong plate. This is somebody else's food.
So here, no matter what, if you order, spaghetti with fried chicken, in McDonald's here, they just give you a cup of rice.
Yeah, there is no rice in the United States at McDonald's.
So just like we ordered, a bucket of fried chicken and KFC. So there's a, what do you call that? The the mashed potato, the corn. What do
You
you
got
call that?
corn side. It's like
Sides.
a side.
Yeah. So there's a sides. But you know what, guys? The rice is always on that bucket.
There is no rice in KFC in the United States.
So rice, it's just like rice is life here in the Philippines.
Got another question?
Okay. Uh, how did you react to the Santo Niño shrine most Filipino have? Filipino have same different prayer rituals, especially devout Catholic.
But you talking about the
No, the Santo Niño, the little. I'm gonna show you. Let hold on. The one step. I'm gonna Santo Niño.
there's so many things
Santo
that
Niño.
happen here that I don't know what the name of
Uh,
it is.
yeah, this is the here. Santo Niño. That's the Spanish.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that's what That's what the world give.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, like this.
Is that the thing that your nephew wanted us to get close for?
No, that's for the Santo Inchero. That's the dead body of Jesus Christ.
Oh,
So it's not Santo Niño. This is Santo Niño means a small uh, saint.
okay.
So he's not really familiar with that.
No, I don't know that one, but now you introduced me to it.
Yeah. So okay, okay. So
Well,
okay.
soon. Go ahead.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
read about kick back and grow. OMG, your husband is talking about the taste of Chicago. When he said bullish, I was like Maxwell. Yeah, that's why I got the pork chop sandwich because he mentioned about that, and he just tell me, and I have to imagine, the taste, and finally, when I imagine that, oh, pork chop sandwich, that's new for my taste. So I just create that and
Who asked that question? Let me.
kick back and grow.
Oh, okay. Are you from Chicago? Kick back and grow.
So I would like rice over fries, even though fries are delicious. Yeah, because when you eat fries, especially with fried chicken, it's easy for me. For me, it's easy for me to fill up.
But see, that's like in Chicago. Now, usually when I want fried chicken, I go to Church's Chicken. You know, I don't think y'all have a Church's Chicken here. But at Church's, you could get that fried okra with your chicken. And that's what I like to get with my chicken. Church's, and then give me a couple of them hot jalapeno peppers to eat with the chicken. Oh, that's yummy, yummy, yummy.
Delicioso. So yeah, Neil, I love also garlic rice. Mhm. I love garlic. Okay, a lot of okay, I'm gonna read this for from the Muslim. A lot of Filipino will have a small area in their house. They will do their daily prayer. Yeah, even though like you said that a small area in the house, in the corner there's we call that altar.
Mm. And I have seen that some Filipinos are very religious. I had a friend that did something that wasn't nice, okay, to one of their household help. And I told this person that I was going to write a letter to the Pope and tell the Pope about what she did. Now, I'm joking. She got dead serious and told me, "Oh, please don't do that. Oh, please don't." And I had to bust out laughing because I was joking.
She think that you're serious about, she never realized that was a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, because double sleeve, it's my with my grandparents, we have a big, a dead body of Jesus Christ. We call that Santo Entero. So every we just bring that to the church every year during the Holy Week, and then we have to dress the dead body of Jesus Christ, and then we have 12 apostles. The Last Supper was killed in my grandma's house, so we always do that every year until now.
It passes down from each
Yeah,
generation.
yeah, he said yes.
Oh, he's from Chicago. All right. I'm from South Shore.
So hopes if we move to the states, we can hang out.
We'll be coming to the States hopefully for Christmas. So we might get to check you out when we come to the States.
But yeah, we have churches, but I prefer Popeyes here.
Yeah. Oh, like Popeyes. See, we do have a Popeyes here at our mall.
Yeah, SM Mall. But I have a bad experience about the Popeyes fried chicken.
She ate some of what's the name?
Megan Stallion.
Megan the Stallion's hot some kind of hot sauce type chicken or whatever like that, and it made us sick.
Yeah. It's just like, I feel that this is, the end of my, my world. So when because at first I try, it's been a long time I did not eat, Popeye fried chicken, so there's a two option, the spicy. So I love spicy food. But the first one I ate, it's good. And then the second time we went there and ordered,
You got the Megan the Stallion.
yeah, I had a, bad stomach.
She had to go and pray to the porcelain god.
So that's the time that even though look good, the fried chicken of I can't, 'cause-
And Popeyes here does not have the red beans and rice.
but we have rice. Okay, he said the kick back and grow. Southside born in breed churches or uh, Harold.
Yeah, Harold. Yeah, Harold's chicken. I like to go to Harold's Chicken and get the chicken neck.
Okay. Thank you for coming, Scat in the world. as I see it. Hey, Steve, I hope all is good in Florida. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, everyone.
Oh, spot in the world.
So, because CBS from sarcasm is hard for them to understand.
Yeah. Like she really thought I was going to write a letter to the Pope.
Yeah, yeah, that's why, sometimes, sometimes Frank, he say something about joke. What? And then I don't really, I don't really get his
And I
joke.
have to tell her, I'm joking, sweetheart. I'm joking because she will take me serious.
Because, I can't really get your, when it comes to joke, I don't know. I don't, I don't consider that is a joke. Hey, Scott, yeah, I passed north of us. We did not even receive much rain, just wind most.
Well, it was raining and thunder and everything here this morning. I think it's still raining.
Justin Radius, thank you for watching, or thank you for tuning in. So, yeah, because, I was, I hear, because until now it's raining here because, there's a typhoon here, brewing. So I hope tomorrow, it will go to other, the direction go to other countries. So when I woke up, I hear somebody, uh, bump, the wall, and I just get up and then knock friend's door, and
To the office door.
yeah, and I asked him, "Did you hear that? What was that?" And then he said, "That's a thunder."
The one thing that I do love about here, it's not a culture thing, the weather. It's always summertime here. The first time I visited the Philippines, it was it was in the winter, and I was at the hotel, and had ordered a margarita, and they brought it up to the room, and I've got the TV on, and I'm sitting there with shorts on, a U-neck shirt, drinking my margarita, and all of a sudden on the TV, I see all of this snow. And then I look and I'm like, wow, that looks like Chicago. And it was. It was snow all over the place, all over the top of the cars and stuff like that. And so I had to get online and contact my people in Chicago and brag about how it was 90 something degrees and I'm sitting there with shorts and flip flops and drinking a margarita while, while most people are trying to dig off their porch so they could get down to the ground or dig out their car. So um, I love the weather here. Even when it's raining, I'm not complaining because it's still warm. It's better than freezing in Chicago with snow up to your knees.
Yeah. Okay. So it's more common these days. But what did your parents and friends say when you bring a foreign food is black home?
Oh, that's for you.
Yeah, I don't have, I don't have a mother and father because my mother passed away 2002 and my dad 2011. So we got married 2019. But,
I still met family members.
so a friend met my big sister, But here's the thing that, my big sister asked me is Frank generous to me? That's the first question she asked me if Frank is generous to me, and then I told her, yeah, he's generous to me. So they're very curious because most of foreign people they think that once you marry to a Filipino, you marry the whole family. But it's in the it's in Frank. You know why foreign men, it's their choice if they want to help, but he's not the type of that. But I also talk to my siblings that I don't want you to begging for things for Frank because he's he is my husband. No, I really don't like that.
Well,
So
it's in the Chicago lifestyle, okay, everybody will bleed you dry if you keep trying to loan out money and then they don't pay you back. Then you want to do something to them because you want your money. So I learned you don't loan money if you don't want to have to hurt somebody over your money. So I don't loan money.
yeah, that's the thing also that I always tell them that I don't want Frank life will rest about when it comes to money. So uh, I don't really allow them to ask ask money from people.
And here's another thing that you have to understand about me. I'm a retired, what they call revenue officer with the Internal Revenue Service. I'm the person who came to your house when you owed money to get the money, to grab you by your ankles, turn you upside down, and shake the money out of your pocket. So I know better than to loan money. People don't want to pay it back, especially if they feel that you have money. Because then they feel like you don't need your money. You don't need that money. Why don't you just give it to me?
Yeah, it's just like Frank is very lucky to have me and to have my siblings because we grown that we give value, we give value money that we have. So they understand when I talk about money. So they understand that. So it's not really us because it's given here that once a Filipino married to a foreigner people think that like the foreign man marry the whole family, but which is it's not really different than my situation.
And in my family, we were raised to think this way. It is better to teach a man to fish than to give a man a fish. You teach a man to fish and you feed him for life. So I don't mind sharing information on how to make money, but to give you my money, no, that ain't happening. Now, I don't mind helping somebody that is in real need, okay? But no, I'm not going to become the savings and loan, especially if you don't have any collateral. I look at it just like a bank. If you want to borrow money, then you got to bring me some collateral. You got to put something up. You know, simple as that. I've got to have something else where if you don't pay me back, I'm gonna get my money back plus some. That's just business. Loaning money is business.
Yeah, that's I really avoid that when it comes to money with my about Chicago people, not other culture, because I don't know what to say.
Not other cultures because I don't know. Oh, that means they haven't been to other countries, so they could only talk about what takes place in Chicago. But that's the thing, being that we're from two different cultures, two different countries, two different sides of the world. That's the thing, learning how to adjust and deal with someone else's culture and learning how to fit in and get along and drop some of your old habits, so that you can adjust. Because it'll be the same way when we leave here and come to Chicago. She's never been to the United States. So it'll be somewhat of a culture shock to her when she has to deal with Chicago. So, that's one of the reasons why I had to make sure that she knew how to drive because she's not going to ride on CTA. Okay, I've got two cars, so she'll have a car to drive. I'll have a car to drive, and wherever she gets ready to go, she'll be able to go. Now, that's another thing. Um, Manila is not like Chicago. Chicago is built on a grid. Okay, from zero marks north and south, zero is in the middle. Same thing with east and west. Zero is in the middle. So you could follow the numbers and the streets are straight. And from one end of the city to the other end of the city. Here, streets cut off to a dead end, turn it to another name. It's so easy to get lost here. My first time here driving, I had a map book and a compass. And that was the only way that I would not get lost. Well, I would still get lost, but I would be able to find my way back by looking at the map and looking at the compass because I would be on the street and the street is one name, and then I'm thinking I'm still on the same street, and all of a sudden I look at the sign and it's another name, and I'm like, how did I end up on this street? So it's
Yeah, and this is so funny about, when Frank asked me the direction, I just told him, oh, we're not here, especially here in the Philippines, we're not really into that, go to the north side or south. We're not like that, giving a direction. Here's the thing that we give direction. Okay, you go straight on the left, there's a gas station there, and then go straight a few meters, and then turn to the right. That's the way we give direction. But when he asked me, is that north side or
yeah,
south,
no.
I don't know. But
How many hundred east is it? How many how many hundred west is it? How many hundred north is it? How many hundred south is it? And people will look at you like you're crazy here when you say that.
so we're not. And sometimes we love to give direction with the landmark. Okay, so like like I mentioned, there's a gas station on the right, and then you go on the just
It's
a few steps on the
it's
curve.
two stop. It's 2 blocks away from the BPO. What's a BPO? That's the bank. But if you not from here, you don't know that.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I'm loving this. We say north, south, west, sometimes east. Yeah,
Yeah.
but kick back and grow. We don't say that. It's just like, okay, you go straight and then turn to the left. There's a gas station, just a few steps, and then there's a curve. When you see a big tree, that's the place that you're. That's the place that you're looking for. So
So she'll have to, it'll be easy for her to learn her way around when she gets to Chicago to be able to get home. Well, the thing is, what will really make it so easy is that we live on the lakefront. So she can only go so far east. You got to hit the lake.
And then here's, the way that, they here, the way that they build the street is just like, what do you call that? Chicken intestine. It's not straight. It's not in the graveyard.
Yeah.
But our street here is just like is that like a chicken intestine. And then like Frank said that once you pass that street, you have to see that that's another name of street. So we cannot really go on the street in one name. So in one street, there's so many street that
And here's something for what is it, kickback and grow? Because
yeah.
you're in Chicago,
Yeah.
right? Here, I don't know if you ride a motorcycle, but I'm a motorcycle rider. Here, you cannot get on the Skyway with a motorcycle that is under 400 cc. It doesn't matter how fast your motorcycle goes, as you know, in the States, it's as long as you could do the minimum speed, you could get on it, okay? But here, you have to have a 400 cc and above motorcycle to be able to get on the Skyway. That was strange to me. Because if I had have known that, I would not have bought a 250 cc motorcycle just to get around on. I would have bought a 400 cc motorcycle, but I didn't know any better.
Yeah, there's a lot of difference, when it comes to, if you're here in the Philippines, when it comes to government services, you have to be patient about that. Because, the service, it's quite slow. So you have to patient for that. So if you're not,
Apple juice, not beer.
it's 50 cc here, you cannot be below that. What? 50 cc?
Yeah, talking about 50 cc, because that's not considered a motorcycle.
That's a moped.
That's like for kids. Yeah. Well, just like here, you will find people riding 125 cc, 150 cc's. That's what most of the bikes are. Okay. They call 400 cc a big bike. That's a learner bike to us. The 125 cc, 150 cc's, that's what we buy for our kids to, to ride on. We won't ride on anything that's small.
Yeah, yeah, right. The positive is not common here because 400 cc it's quite expensive here. The motorcycle. So usually people use the 125 or 150, 175, but majority of people ride on the motorcycle is 125 cc. So just a few Filipino have,
Big bike
yeah.
above 400 cc.
Because the price of that big bike, the 400 cc, is equivalent. If you want to buy a car in the States, you can get that price from here. One brand new car in the States.
In the States, I bought a Suzuki 250 to learn how to ride on. And I rode on that for about a year. And then after that, I went and bought a 750. So, you don't see that many 250s here. Mostly everybody is on those little 125 or 150.
Okay, so the last discussion that we're
Okay.
gonna discuss, because we're almost we're gonna end up.
Okay.
Are you good to me, or am I good to you?
I'm a terrible husband. I beat her every day. I stick her with cattle prods. Yes, I'm good to you, sweetheart. You are good
So yeah, you know, I don't want to elaborate, but I can see and I can feel that I'm good to him. I take care of him, especially when it comes to his health, everything. Here's the thing that I'm gonna tell you guys. I'll make it sure that my husband eat fresh meal, and I'll make it sure that I cook good food for him. I cook food that the food that he likes, and I always make it sure that he has a iron shirt, iron pants, and I'll make it sure that he has a good food that I serve.
and she keeps the house immaculately clean.
Yeah,
One thing I do want to say though, um, and just to knock down this stuff that people say about passport bros, um, I don't treat her any differently than I treated women in the United States. The thing is, the things that I do for her, she appreciates, and she shows appreciation as to a lot of the women in the United States, no matter how nice you are to them, no matter what you do for them, it's what have you done for me lately? They want you to keep just doing and doing and doing and doing. They'll work you to death until you fall over and die. You'll never have any leisure because you'll work yourself to death. God, leave those women alone. Get out of the United States, okay? I'm telling you, get out of there, okay? Yes, there are some good women there, okay? But it's like looking for a needle in a haystack, okay? Forget that. Get your passport, see the world. You have a whole lot of options here in the world to live a better life and to be happy and not have a nagging somebody always nagging at you and they're always unhappy no matter what you
thank you, Steve. We can see the love coming from both of you. Yeah, and
do. Thank you, man.
this is the thing that here's the funny thing. I don't do washing here, so every 2 weeks we have scheduled to go to the laundromat. But I'm not really contented the way that they wash our clothes. So especially in the white t-shirt of Frank, I really, I have to check. I'm sorry to say this, guys. I'm very, very pussy. I'm very
Well,
OC when it comes to Frank. Because here's the thing that if Frank look nice, look clean, it represents myself to me. That's the way that's the way I interpret. So I'll make it sure that every time we go to the mall, he has a nice, he has a iron. And when I saw him that sometimes it's not my schedule to iron his t-shirt, and I saw, Frank, don't wear that. It's trouble. The iron will run, and but I just want him to wear that. But sometimes Frank's stubborn. It's okay, sweetheart. It will vanish. The wrinkle because it's hot. But I really don't want him to wear like that. And I'm very.
What she doesn't get is that, like, when I'm going out and I'm gonna get on the motorcycle, okay, I don't have to look like everything is pressed and looking perfect or whatever like that. That's not the way you ride motorcycles anyway. Plus, it's gonna, especially here, it is hot, and it does not take long for any wrinkles to in anything. The heat will take them right out. So in a few minutes, you're looking good.
Yeah, because I also especially when it comes to what do you call it, manners. I always be nice to Frank because it's just like him also because he's here and
We
he's
respect
representative.
each other.
He's representative of Black Americans here in the Philippines. So I want my people, to respect him and same also with me. So if I move to the States, I really represent, the Filipino uh, people. So I have to be careful about it. So, and I don't know. It's just like that's the way I am. I always make sure that my husband look presentable and
Filipinos are that way.
look good.
They're gonna take care of you.
uh,
They're gonna take care of their house. They don't look at cooking, cleaning as a chore. Okay, it's just something that comes natural. They want their house to look good. Okay, it's not like they're doing something for a husband by keeping the house clean. Okay, they're gonna take care of you because you take care of them. My wife does not have to work for anybody anymore. She works for herself. She works for us because we are a team. We work together. The money that comes into the house is our money, not my money, not her money, but our money because we're a team. We work together. And I know that's what so many guys want from women in the United States. If they would just work with you to have the things that are needed so that you could reach to the point to where you both have your freedom and you never have to work another day in your life because you have built an empire and on where you don't have to worry about money. That's what freedom is. Having the money, not having to work for anybody.
okay, let me read this. Kick back in from full disclosure. I'm a Black woman. Oh no, sorry that happened to you. I'm fully proficient and not independent. However, will get a beer. That's what she said. Okay, so she's a woman.
Oh, we'll get a beer.
So yeah, that's the way I love this man. I love this man with all my you know.
And I love her too. But the most important thing is that I like her.
So okay, kick back and go. I'm carried my whole family from the military, so I don't know if that changes the conversation. Changes the conversation.
No,
Absolutely. Okay, so Filipino charms key. I'm going to refresh it up, guys, so that my panuhot will go away. You know what, Nails? It's better to have a warm shower. She has panuhot. What's the term of panuhot in English? It's so hard to
I don't have the slightest idea.
uh, It's just like colds in your, on your muscles. So when they do, if there's a masseuse, when they
You cramp?
no, it's not. Uh, nails, what's the panuhot? I know what you're talking about, nails, but it's so hard to translate to Frank. What's the panuhot? Let me check what's panuhot.
Stiff
No, it's not.
and ache?
No, it's just like in your muscle. There's a pose that when they press, it's sore because of the pose.
Like arthritis?
No, it's not.
Okay. No, I think
Okay. I can find the the panuhot.
it's like body ache. She needs a massage. Yeah, you're right, Deval Steve. Need to send a masseuse over there.
Yeah.
So can you think of anything else different as far as cultures go?
Uh, it's not really different. It's almost similar. The only difference is the language.
Yeah.
And yeah, guys, we're done about the discussion. So I really appreciate for those who's coming, Duval Steve, Filipino Charmsky, who else? Raymond,
And
Margie, Kickback in Growth. Thank you so much. Uh, who else? Cat in the World. Thank you so much. And let me see who else. So Justin Ray Diaz, thank you. And
I think that was that it.
and who else? There's the first one that uh, Nana Foodies, thank you. And guys, we're already end up our my live discussion with my husband Frank. So
And best.
thank you so much. So I really enjoy, I really enjoy, doing this.
And we
And
look forward to doing it again.
yeah, so
So,
so
bye.
oh no, before I forgot, for those not yet subscribe to my channel, just give me a just subscribe, like, comment, share, and click the little bell for for notification. So thank you guys. Bye. Mabuhay.
Bye bye.